Okay, so things have gotten a little out of hand in the kitchen. I am going to focus on this area right now and just cleaning out my food pantry. This is kind of the only area really besides the refrigerator in my kitchen where I store, oh, and down there as well. I didn't open that up. We need to visit this. So we're gonna go over, I'm already started right here and then decided to turn my camera on. I'm going to empty out everything in this area and kind of put like things with like things and then do a reorg. Right now up here I have my baking goods on the top shelf, and then the next one down is more like everyday dry goods, oatmeal, bread, cereal, some snacks. This over here, I'm not going to comment on it, I'm just going to say what it is. Canned goods have been up here, and then kind of a mishmash going down. That has always been pasta and rice. And down here, this bottom shelf has been kind of overflow of some extra products that I use a lot, like ketchup and soy sauce, honey. Again, kind of a sort of mishmashy, but there was a little method to my madness. Over here is where it gets wonky and bad. This is just a lot of, close these cupboards because it's bothering me already. This is just snacks. I incorporated these trays the last time I did the reorg, and I just was trying to put these to use, and they do not work in this little space, and I hate them. And then again, more, this was like a nuts shelf. It's turned into nuts and snacks. Going down, same thing. And then we get down to my oils and vinegars that I use all the time are down there. Down here, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but this lower one, the top shelf is another, it's a spice. That whole basket there is all my overflow spices and herbs and, dried stuff. Same with some stuff over here to the right of that. It's just basically some overflow flour, and I have more because I have bulk storage of flour and a lot of this stuff downstairs as well. The bottom shelf is our dog Ollie. Those two things on the left, his dog food, and then to the right of that, his basket of stuff. And then I keep some vinegar down here, and I started keeping some bags, and it's just turned into a mess down there. So here we go. This is basically the before. And after I do this, I don't know how long that's going to take me, but I just want to revisit my kitchen itself because it's also gotten a little cluttery. And that area over there is not going to change. Those are plants that I bring in from the summer, and those are going to stay there. But over here, I just want to revisit and kind of do a reset on some clutter that's gotten out of hand and do some dishes. So I just want to show some areas. I need to clean my stove. And yeah, I just want to, just a little freshen up, reset. And so here's the before. Let's get started. Okay, so truth be told, it is a few days later because this took me longer than I anticipated, and this is a project that I was doing over this past weekend. I started it when the first video you saw of the before is on Friday. Today is Monday, 4:30. So I think partly the reason it took me so long is because this is a really busy working kitchen. We are always cooking, and then, as everyone knows, and you have to clean up and load the dishwasher, empty the dishwasher, and it's just one thing after another. So I just kept coming back to this project, to make a long story short. And, over the weekend you have things going on, and so I wasn't able to just focus on this nonstop. Also, it was a lot more complicated than I anticipated, and I spent a lot more time putting thought into what would go where. I think that's Ollie. He's half border collie, half poodle, waiting for dinner. But let's just take a quick tour of what I did, and I won't go over every single cupboard and drawer in the kitchen because now I have to cook dinner. But we will just start with over here. And this pantry, which I showed you in the before, I call it my pantry area. This is where I try to keep all food. And then the rest of this I keep for pots and pans and plates and cups and glasses and, you know, all the other things that you use in the kitchen. So starting up here where we originally started at the very beginning, I decided to put all of my husband's food, snacks, granola bars, nuts, dark chocolate up here on these top two shelves. He's tall, and this was the vicinity where it was before, so I thought that would work for him. And as you can see, I utilized that basket. Down below that, I put my vinegar and oils, nuts, and then the next two shelves are just snacks. And the bottom shelf, which we will be getting to here, I decided to use for pancake mix and syrup just because we don't access that and I don't make that a whole lot. Up here, the top shelf is still my baking goods. I just tried to do a better job reorganizing and labeling and topping everything off so it looks nicer. I also went ahead and put in measuring cups inside each of the containers. You probably can't see them there, but that was my purpose for zooming in. It made it a lot handier. I'm really glad I did that. Below this shelf on the next one there, I have some popcorn, some granola type cereal that my husband uses. And in this basket, I have, as you can see, bread, crackers, chips, don't judge, and some gum. Below that, I decided to use this for some overflow dry goods that I access all the time, like breadcrumbs, graham cracker crumbs, cornstarch, some flour, vinegar. To the left is Ollie's, my dog's space on both of those shelves, and then on the right, just some bags. Getting up here now are the canned goods, and as you can see in the top shelf here, I kept the canned goods where they were in these top two shelves. I just tried to reorganize them a little bit better. I have some stacking shelves there, utilized that little stacking tool. Here I have some overflow spices and go-to items like peanut butter. This is pasta and rice. Below that, these are the breadcrumbs, sorry, and some packet mixes, and then some cereal on the bottom. Now getting to the rest of the kitchen, you can kind of just see that I did a nice declutter, scrubbed, cleaned, and I'm just showing you here. I just did a reorganization and clean out of these cupboards. I did not change too much here where I keep things, but I just wanted to show you and give you a feel for how I organize my kitchen, and hopefully it can help you or maybe inspire you to do the same thing. I know I get inspired by watching others. Cleaned my stove, as you can see. Down here is where I keep my pots and pans. And I'm not sure what I am showing here other than I cleaned and reorganized this area. I still have a bunch of stuff on my dining room table if you saw that. This is my spices, and I try to keep those in alphabetical order. I have 2 drawers of them, which you'll see in a second. But with all of us cooking, meaning my kids and myself, eventually they just get shuffled up and messy, and somehow they don't stay in alphabetical order. It's really handy if they are. I know it sounds OCD, but I am not OCD, but that is a handy thing to have. These are my hot pad type stuff. and Ziploc bags and just aluminum foil, plastic wrap. And then, not sure what I open up next here. I think I'm just giving you an overview of the space so you can kind of see the space in its entirety. I guess I didn't open up any more cupboards, but that is it, guys. That is the kitchen reset. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I certainly enjoyed bringing you along on the journey. And there is the ever-loving Ollie. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you like this video. I put out content every other day. I'm trying to reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I would be super grateful if you could be one of them. Can't wait to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.